Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Truth Talk podcast. I'm back here with D.
Hi, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day.
In today's episode, we will be talking about Doja Cat claiming she is not a Satanist. But before we begin, I just wanted to tell you guys I have the flu while I'm working on this video, so I might sound a bit off, and this video might not be as long as they normally are. That being said, let's get right into it. For the last year or so, Doja Cat has been going through a disturbing transformation. It all started last year when out of nowhere, she shaved her eyebrows off during a live stream. She continued her strange antics for her 27th birthday, as she threw herself an Eyes Wide Shut themed birthday party. For those that haven't seen Eyes Wide Shut, it's a movie about a man who stumbles onto a secret sex ritual party that was packed with the elite of the world. Doja herself came dressed to her party as the woman who gets sacrificed in the movie. Her birthday cake had the Masonic all-seeing eye symbol on it, and even the Masonic square and compasses. Sometimes after this is when all the satanic imagery started to ramp up. She started rolling out her new album, Scarlet, and during this rollout, we saw just how far she took this new persona. So it was laughable to me when during a recent interview with Ebro, she denied being satanic.
And people made up what they want, which is what you do with art. You interpret it. Yeah, you interpret it how you want to interpret it. Everybody has the right to interpret it how they want, but this whole like
you're a Satanist,
very confident Satanism thing, like, I'm sorry, when did I say that I was a Satanist?
Right.
When did I ever say anything, or even go marching outside out of the church talking about, no, when the did I say? Anyway, it's really tacky and annoying and discredits a lot of the hard work that I've put in. It discredits a lot of the hard work that a lot of people have put in. I know from on inside what I've seen is a lot of hardworking artists who are inspired and are doing the fucking work they need to do to create these beautiful atmospheres. It's not real. When you CGI dragon fly by a screen, it's not a real dragon. But people really feel that way.
Well, look, actors ran down on the street. So we think that they're the character.
Yeah.
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
As you heard for yourself, Doja Cat denied being a Satanist, claiming she never said she was a Satanist, blaming the public for misinterpreting her imagery, even saying that we have never seen her marching in front of the Church of Satan. According to Doja, we have just misunderstood her demonic imagery. We misinterpreted her demons video that literally shows her dressed as a demon. I mean, what other way can we interpret that video? In the video, she is dressed as a literal demon, and even in one scene of the video, she showed herself becoming possessed. You guys tell me, how else are we supposed to interpret her demonic imagery? She mentioned her music video for her song Paint the Town Red, when she can be seen riding a Baphomet. According to Doja Cat, the demon is fake, even though we know it's based off Baphomet, a deity many occultists worship. She also shows herself with the Reaper and even in hell in this video.
Special guest with us tonight. She's taken the charts by storm with hit after hit. Please welcome
the demonic Doja Cat.
Wow. So what type of perks come with being in the Illuminati?
Free applesauce and chicken wings.
But I haven't seen any lizard guys in suits.
No.
Scarlet, it sucks. What I want to do goat sacrifices because that's actually pretty spooky.
Oh, wow. Also, I'd love to give a shout out to Satan.
How are we supposed to interpret that? Now, it is possible that Doja Cat is not a Satanist, but she definitely is an occultist. She is definitely a Masonic puppet, as why else put the Masonic square and compasses on her cake? The Masonic square and compasses is the main symbol in Masonry. To Freemasons, it represents the builders of the world. Only Freemasons use this symbol, as only they know what it means. It's not a common symbol unless you're a Freemason. To me, her birthday cake having Masonic symbols points to her being an obvious Masonic puppet. Freemasons are occultists who practice ritual magic. Freemasons use many of the same imagery Doja used in her video. The Freemasons see Lucifer as a liberator who showed them how to free themselves from God. This is why Doja is truly using all this Masonic imagery, and she has been since the start of her career. In her music video for her song with The Weeknd, we saw so much Masonic imagery. The checkerboard floor, the soul scale, and the obvious references to Basquiat are all Masonic. Doja is an occultist. She doesn't worship Satan, she worships herself. She sees herself as her own god, and through the practice of occult rituals, she is trying to become her own god. This entire album was rooted in real occult references. For example, she named her album Scarlet and showed herself getting possessed and becoming Scarlet. If you think she chose the name Scarlet for no reason, you couldn't be more wrong. Scarlet is actually a god worshipped by Thelemites. Thelema is an occult group that was created by Aleister Crowley. Crowley is seen as one of the most influential occultists to have ever lived. Many of the artists show him praise, and I covered this in this video. You guys can watch it after this one. The Scarlet Woman is actually what they call the pagan goddess Babylon, and it's what the Thelemites worship. You tell me if it's a coincidence she started acting demonic and putting out satanic imagery right around the same time she started calling herself Scarlet. Scarlet, who just so happens to be the demon Crowley and his followers worship, but somehow we're misinterpreting her imagery. Doja's not doing it due to shock value or to sell more records. She is doing it because she's a Masonic puppet in a Masonic industry. You tell me, you think she actually gonna sell more records because she's acting satanic and demonic? I don't know a single person who says, I'm gonna listen to this artist because they're putting out demonic and satanic imagery. To me, that just sounds far-fetched and it sounds insane. Maybe she can draw some kind of audience by acting satanic, but a mainstream audience is not gonna appreciate her acting satanic. They're not gonna like that. That's not what they're gonna check her music out for.
Yeah, Doja Cat is full of it in my opinion. And at this point, I feel like she is just trolling those of us who knows what she's really up to. And we all know that her diehard fans would defend her no matter what she's doing. I believe this is who she's talking to in this interview. She's even gotten several occult tattoos that confirms this isn't just something she's doing for the imagery. If it was just about the music videos and the music, why permanently tattoo these demonic images on yourself? It must mean something to her, you know? To me, she's definitely trolling those of us who are calling her out, and at the same time, she is comforting those fans of hers who are blindly worshiping her. Those fans are dealing with the backlash and they have to defend her.
Exactly, and that's how Hollywood works. So many people accept all of this stuff because they just worship these celebrities like gods, and that's exactly what Doja Cat's fans are doing. They're worshiping her like a god. I have to agree with you, this interview was just for her fans. It was just to comfort her fans and to kind of troll those that are calling her out for her satanic imagery. It's hilarious to me that she's getting offended about being called a Satanist while she's dressed up like a demon, acting like a Satanist, tattooing demonic images. Literally, she's presenting herself as a demon, so how are we wrong for calling it out? That just doesn't make sense to me, and it just shows how hypocritical these people are. If you're putting this imagery out there, just accept what comes with it. You wanted to look like this. You wanted to talk like this. You wanted to put this imagery out there, and you wanted people to think this. We didn't make none of this up. I didn't shoot this music video for her. I didn't tell her dress like a demon. I didn't tell her use demonic imagery. I didn't tell her to be an occultist. None of that. That's something she chose to do on herself. That's something that she has a deeper meaning behind. Now, because so many people have been calling her out, because so many people have been catching on, she's now trying to backstep and defend herself and clean it up. But at the same time, she's still doing the Scarlet Tour, where on the flyer for the Scarlet Tour, she has demonic horns on her head. If you're not a Satanist and you're not a demon, why are you presenting yourself this way? Why are you embodying the Scarlet Babylon woman? Why? It's truly sad to me because so many people are going to fall for this interview and they're going to respond to people calling Doja Cat out saying that, oh, she said she wasn't satanic, you're just reaching, you're just trolling. But in reality, we're pointing out the imagery and the things that she's putting out there, you know?
Definitely. Unfortunately, there are so many sheep people that we have right now, blind to the fact that she is clearly doing this stuff, yet if she says otherwise, they just want to believe what she's saying because they're such big fans of her. And something else I'll say is that it looks like they did Doja Cat the same way they did Britney Spears. Britney is an obvious victim of MKUltra, and Doja seems to be in that same boat. When the transformation started, she was seen everywhere with a group of people who seemed to be her handlers, and it appeared to me that they could have gotten to her. I clearly remember her saying that she wanted to quit music, and then all of a sudden, all of this started to happen. What do you think?
I think that's a great point, and I have to agree with you. If we remember back last year, there was a few weird appearances of Doja, and she definitely had these group of people, like you said, that were surrounding her and controlling her and pulling on her and telling her what to do. And it all started, like you said, right before all of this demonic stuff happened. And I wouldn't be surprised because just like Britney Spears, Doja Cat shaved her head and shaved her eyebrows and started acting the way she acts, you know? To me, it's a clear indication of a breakdown that so many celebrities have. And Britney Spears is a perfect example. She admitted herself that due to her conservatorship, they had forced her to take substances that kept her under control and didn't let her think for herself. And they had her in these places where she was kept away from the public. They didn't let her have kids. I believe it could be possible that this is the same thing that's happening with Doja. If we look at Doja, the way she's been dressing, the way that she's been acting, as much occult references and how demonic it appears, to me it still seems like a call for help, you know? Like, in a way, it does seem like she's desperate or reacting to what she's being put through in the industry, you know?
I can definitely see that because the way she has transformed from the old Doja Cat that she used to be, the way she was dressing, her makeup, her hair, her music videos alone were more pop, more happy. They had such a different vibe than what she's giving off now, this dark demeanor. It does seem in a way that she is trying to ask for help. Like I just said, she was trying to quit music, and then all of a sudden this is what happens to her. It does sound like they did some MKUltra on her.
We are definitely living in strange times and things are only going to get worse. What I will say to end this though, don't let Doja Cat confuse you. Look at what she's putting out, look at the imagery that she's putting out, and that's what you use to determine who she really is. Not what she says, because people lie all the time. Use what she's putting out. Use the demon imagery, use the scarlet name, use all the occult imagery, all the Masonic references. That's who she truly is. That's who she represents. What she said in this interview, she knows Ebro reaches mainstream music, so her best thing to do is to deny being satanic because she knows that interview is going to be seen by many people. And so far it has. It's been seen by over 300,000 people on top of all the reshares on Instagram, TikTok, and all those other places. Now all these people have this video of Doja Cat denying she's satanic, even though all we have to do is look at the imagery and we know she's an occultist. But that's it for this video. I appreciate each and every one of you. I want to apologize for the shortness of this video. I really don't feel good. I'm trying to recover, but I felt this video was important to cover and I wanted to keep you guys updated and continue my routine post. Well, that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Goodbye, everybody. I hope you guys have a great day.